certified requirements may also apply for a discounted rate. To find out if you qualify for any of these discounts and to receive a low-income discount application, please visit our website at www.ladwp.com.
Sergio in Pacoima. You are watching LA City View 35, our city, our channel.
Meeting of the Board of Police Commissioners. And Madam Secretary, will you please call the roll?
Yes, good morning. Let the record reflect Commissioners Orden, Bernardino, Druyan, and Saltzman are present, and we have a quorum, Madam President.
Thank you. Are there any comments from the commissioners this morning? And if not, report of the Chief of Police, please.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm not going to comment in detail on crime. Suffice it to say that we're off to a good start down in all categories, but it's way too early to draw any conclusions. Based on that, personnel strength of the department, 10,022 sworn personnel, 280 reserve officers, level 1s, 20 level 2s, 130 level 3s, 1,007 volunteers. And we continue with 472 civilian vacancies, total civilian personnel 2,875. Of particular note, today, after the commission meeting, I'll be padlocking the old Parker Center. We have made good on our promise, belated as it is, to get all the personnel of the police department out of Parker Center. And they're moved over to their new facilities at Piper Tech, and we'll be closing Parker Center's doors for the last time today.
Thank you. A report of the Executive Director.
No report today, ma'am.
Report of the Inspector General.
Thank you, Madam President. Many of the commissioners after last week's public session asked me to do a review on conditional ORs, specifically focusing on the recidivism rates. I propose to create a report that will examine the following categories for conditional ORs. Looking at the nature of the offense, and I'll include a brief synopsis of the offense with the language of the conditional ORs, and in doing that, I'll attempt to determine whether there are any further misconduct during that probationary term, and give you the data so that the Commission will be able to examine the recidivism rates and draw whatever conclusions the data might present. I expect that in doing this, I will have to look back a few years in order to give my analysis enough time to capture the 3 or 5 year probationary terms that the conditional ORs routinely have. And that will probably take me some time in looking at a large enough set to make at least a reasoned judgment on some of the recidivism rates, and I will present that to the commissioners.
And just by way of comment, Commissioners, the department welcomes this. Obviously, we're looking for a system that decreases recidivism. That was the whole point, and continues to be the point. So we look forward to the results of the Inspector General's analysis.
Great, and I think we will assign two commissioners to talk to you a little bit more about those kinds of details and to get input from the department as well. And I'll do that at a later time.
Understood, Commissioner.
We have on number 5, we have information, filed items. We have noise variance permits on file as submitted for the period ending January 11, 2013. And the more detail is in the full agenda. And we have no special event permits on file. And then, are there any presentations today?
No, Madam President.
We have a consent agenda with no items on it for the first time, I think, that I have ever seen that. And today, for the regular agenda, we have a verbal presentation and update from the commanding officer and the CPAB vice chair for the central area.
Morning.
Good morning, Captain Frank and Mr. Brady Metcalf.
Yes.
Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning, Chief. Good morning. My name is Captain Horace Frank. I'm the Area Commanding Officer for Central, and I've been in that capacity since October of 2011. We just have a very brief presentation to make to you, and my partner, Brady Metcalf, who's a Regional Vice President of University Protection Services, serves as my co-chair on the Central Area CPAB. As I indicated, I've been at Central since October of 2011, and working with Brady with the Central Area CPAB, I think we've certainly come a long ways in terms of the things that we're trying to accomplish. Quite a few challenges. In terms of our makeup of the CPAB, we've got 23 members on the Central Area CPAB, 2 women and 21 men. We've got, in terms of the makeup, from an occupational standpoint, we've got the BIDs involved, the Business Improvement District representatives. We've got a couple of commercial business members who are on the CPAB board. We've also got a couple of Central Area residents who are on the CPAB board. We've got some Skid Row community representatives. Most of you probably know General Jeff. He's one of our members on the board. The one area that we have been lacking in, and we've made that one of our goals for this year, is to get more involvement from the clergy, members of the clergy, and also members in the educational community. And in fact, we're using our Facebook page to try to boost that arena in terms of pulling in some membership into the area. This time, what I'd like to do is turn it over to my partner, Brady Metcalf, to talk about some of the challenges that we have faced at Central with regards to our CPAB.
Thanks, Horace. Some of the challenges that we see as a business person in the area that affects the growth of business and what helps attract community to the area is some of the encampments we're seeing. We have some on Spring Street right now. Some of those are former Occupy LA folks, at least they were at one time. I'm not sure if they still all are, but the encampments are a continuous challenge, and our community members help let us know when we see encampments in the area, and Central Division is quick to get out there and help move those encampments out. And certainly the injunction from the district court makes it a little difficult at times, but the city and the police department in the area worked well together to take out those encampments when they're illegal, and certainly any belongings that need to be taken care of are housed at a facility that the homeless folks can come and pick up their stuff if need be. Another challenge we're having in the area is the feedings that are happening in the Arts District. Technically not legal for the feedings to happen, but politically certainly they are a challenging thing to try and stop. Central Division Police Department has been out there trying to discourage the feedings, and I believe issued citations in some cases. We have asked for help from the City Attorney's Office and Council Member's Office. I think County Public Health would probably also be helpful, but it is something that certainly causes a problem in the Arts District area of downtown. Third challenge that I believe is affecting us, I can't remember what was the last third one. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the district court ruling that allows the homeless folks to keep their belongings in the streets, which one thing attracts crime, but also from a business standpoint, certainly prevents businesses from wanting to come to the downtown area, or in some cases from staying in the downtown area and then moving their business elsewhere to other parts of Southern California. And any support we can get in that area certainly is helpful. We appreciate. But I must say that from my perspective as an employer in the area and a business person in the area, the support we do get from Central and the rest of the department is outstanding.
In terms of the membership of CPAB, do you have folks that are part of the homeless facility groups that are also a part of CPAB?
Yeah, permanent supportive housing groups, SRO Housing, Weingart Center, Skid Row Housing Trust. I'm not sure if they've been there recently, but Volunteers of America, Midnight Mission. And Missions. They're frequent attendees. Union Rescue Mission as well of our meetings.
It must have been particularly tough with the as cold as it's been, too, now. It's must be a very difficult
It
situation.
is, Commissioner, and it's a challenge that's always there were always, especially the last couple of days when it's been really cold. One of the things we've been trying to do, working with the missions, is to encourage the people to seek the shelter. A lot of people are taking advantage of that, but there's still quite a few who are not taking advantage of that. And in fact, I think yesterday we had a death in Skid Row. Actually, it was just outside Skid Row, off of First Street. But again, it was certainly attributed to the cold weather. They got up that morning and found the individual dead on the sidewalk right around First and Spring. So it's one of those challenges that we're going to continue to work with the missions.
Yeah, we are working with some of the community members in Skid Row, in particular Coach Ron. Not sure if you've heard of Coach Ron, but we're doing a gently worn used coat drive right now with Volunteers of America. And our next CPAB meeting, we're asking folks to bring in coats, and then we'll deliver those to the VOA for distribution out to folks that need jackets and coats.
I haven't heard any recent either news or noise regarding the chalk walk, so are we to take it that things are moving along? That issue is.
That's a very good thing. That's a very good thing, Commissioner. In fact, you're absolutely right. We haven't had any incidents in the last several art walks that we've had.
Yeah, I haven't seen any. At least not here. It's elsewhere. There was some chalking that's maybe important to you, I'm not sure, in Norwalk at the JRIC about a month ago or so. There was a demonstration there, and there was some chalking, which it all just washed off real quick and easy. One thing I might mention, too, is that one of the things we organized back in May of 2012 is we did a cleaning of the streets, and we brought volunteers in from our CPAB, and we also had Wells Fargo came out, California Conservation Corps, and we actually cleaned the streets of 6th from Wall to San Pedro and San Julian from 5th to 7th, swept and picked up trash, and then came through with pressure washing and pressure washed those sidewalks just prior to Operation Clean Streets by the city, which maybe was a helpful precursor to show that it can be done.
Any other questions? No. Well, thank you very much. It is a challenging responsibility for Central, obviously, and appreciate all your work.
Thank you.
Thank you,
And let us know how else we can help.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Laura.
Thank you.
Yes. The 8B is the Commission's President's Report. It is dated January 15th, and it sets out the work that John Mack and I did about assigning our commissioners to individual assignments so that we can assist the department and keep the public advised of some of the areas here. And it is a 4-page report, a 3-page report of the assignments. Is there any discussion?
Move approval of item 8B.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And I thank you all for taking on the assignments that are set out there. Public comment?
We do have one public comment card. Mr. Juarez?
Good morning, Police Commission.
Good morning.
I gotta go to the unit City Council tomorrow, and this is what I want to say. Wake up, Justice Department, o the racista gobierno americano that promise justice for all, but no justice for the homeless of the downtown. And the chief, Mr. Beck, is completely wrong because he sent the police officer, cold blood killer like Fran Hernandez, to chasing the homeless. And you are on the line, Chief, because that is against the Constitution of the United States of America. The homeless need food, need clothes, need shelter. They need everything. But you completely wrong because you send the horses, police and the horses, but you receive orders on your superiores, but you are completely wrong. And 24 years 5 months waiting for justice. No justice. I'm all right. I'm pretty sure this is my year, 2013. I gotta get paid. Tomorrow I go to the city council. But please, Chief, slow down with the homeless. That is too sad to me to see the homeless between the trash. One of my nicknames is Mr. Homeless, and I nickname Pedro Navajas, and I nickname Pancho de Juarez, Godfather. You know, in the Medici Plaza, Larry drug dealer, they take everybody to jail. They can put me in jail because they say I was the Godfather. But I am nothing but, please, Chief, slow down with the homeless. And I hope soon I'm going to get paid. I got a complaint to police, border patrol, and sheriff. 3 times police will tell it to me, but they can't stop me. They want to stop me, they got to kill me. Thank you.
Thank you. And it is now time for us to adjourn to our closed session to consider the items that are set out in number 10.
For too long. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Yep. Right.
The Board of Police Commissioners will now recess into closed session to discuss item numbers 10A and B in accordance with various government codes.
Hi, I'm Shannon Lamert Park. You're watching LA City View, Channel 35, our city, our channel.
Education is the civil rights issue of our time. Poor and minority, primarily African American and Latino kids, are underrepresented in our high school graduating classes, underrepresented in our universities, overrepresented in our prisons, overrepresented in the workforce that's unemployed.
The mayor, in taking office, decided to devote himself to an